and I can tell my aunts really tried to turn her office into a bedroom for a kid, because there's a big inflatable mattress in the middle, and she's added a princess blanket that is pretty babyish and way too pink, which she probably bought because she doesn't know what 6th graders actually like to watch on TV. And if I was here for different reasons, I'd probably just laugh at the blanket and bounce on the inflatable bed. But the problem is, I'm supposed to actually live here. Titi Silvia already mentioned something about IKEA and furniture as I slid past her in the hall. And who wants a temporary place to act like a forever one? Especially when that place is with a rich, perfect stranger who the social services people keep telling you over and over and over is safer than your parents, is a good solution, is someone you're extremely lucky to have offered you a home. My aunt, that is not my aunt. I hear Janet leave, and I pick up my cube again. Not because I want to practice, but more 'cause I want to have an excuse not to talk if Titi Silvia decides to come in. I don't care what Janet says. This is not where I want to be. Especially when my aunt does walk in. She doesn't even knock, and starts talking to me in soft Spanish, like we're not strangers. And this is our shared language, like she's always been around and this is a super normal visit, and not what it actually is. All I've ever heard about my Titi is that she'd never lend Mom money when we needed it, never help Mom out when she was sick. And Dad always tells me to ask when I don't know something, to not keep my questions inside. But even though I want to ask Titi why didn't you help when we needed you? Why did you wait until now to show up in my life? It's hard to ask questions when you don't want to know the answers anyway. Hard to talk when your head feels like it's inside a bubble and your body feels like shooting up into the air. Harder even than listening to my aunt's constant, "Hola, Laura. Hola, mi amor." And so, without looking up from my Rubik's Cube, I just lie and say, "No hablo español." Yo sé. The truth is, I do speak Spanish. A little bit. Just not the way Titi Silvia does. Dad was born here and understands it better than he speaks it. So I only ever spoke it with Mom. And if I'm being honest, whatever we were saying was more of a mixed Spanglish than whatever it is that Titi talks. The food we sold at the food truck? I got you. Prices and customer service? Nobody's ever complained. But Titi is fast Spanishing awkward stuff about her recycling system and what my new school will be like. And it's not that I don't understand her. I do. But not as perfectly as I did Mom. Unpacking. Titi Silvia leaves me by myself to unpack, but it's not like I brought a bunch of stuff. How do you prepare for the unpreparable? How do you fit your whole life in one bag? And how am I supposed to trust social services, trust Janet, when she won't trust me back? Questions I've asked Janet. How long will I be with my aunt? What will happen to our trailer? What will happen to the things I don't pack?